Hello and welcome to the BBU Podcast number 5. This week we have very exciting topics. The first topic, I got to make an intro without you two assholes interrupting me.
Hey, you done that last week as well?
No, you interrupted me right as I finished.
Well, then it weren't an interruption. You just said you finished.
No, I wasn't finished.
You literally just said you finished.
Danish, I'm not finished. Shut up.
Good news, I'm no longer dying of man flu. I'm sure you can tell. There's still the occasional cough here and there, but today's quality should be way better.
Yay.
So we're trying something new again this week. As you can see, no game footage. We're going with just the Discord chat, the layout. You'll see what we see. Let us know how you feel about it at the end of the video. Leave comments, suggestions, what you'd like to see.
Once again, mad props to our new staff member, Mr. Zonderlat, for the timestamp for last week's episode.
Yeah, which is really great. Hopefully he'll do the same this week, but we've made it a lot easier for him with our new method. So we'll see what happens.
And we can obviously send you this list.
And by the way, why does everybody say his name wrong? Everyone calls him the Sunderland lad, and his name's the Sunderland.
Sunderland?
Yeah.
Right.
It's because somebody told me that was his name, so I remembered that.
Okay.
And it's hard to check.
So, shall we start with gaming news as usual?
Yeah, wait.
And seeing Tencent at the start is normally a big issue for people. But Tencent have replaced PUBG Mobile in place of their own product called Game for Peace. In which case, when you kill someone, they wave at you and then disappear.
Yeah.
No.
And that was in India, right?
No, China.
No, China. Tencent are in China.
Yeah.
I believe PUBG are banned in India, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure.
The mobile game got banned.
Yes.
The
mobile.
That's why I got confused.
Yeah. Just to clarify before we get into that, Billy pointed out to me earlier on. PUBG wasn't banned. It was literally reskinned as Game for Peace. The people who used to play PUBG got all of their achievements and stuff carried over.
Yeah, and now they get to play as the Chinese Air Force and bringing Chinese peace to everybody.
Yes, whatever Chinese peace looks like.
Yeah.
I think it's red.
Okay, I can get it banned in China if you want, but
I mean, we are onto YouTube. It ain't like YouTube banned in China anyway.
I think so, probably. Okay, well, I made that joke anyway, but go. That's.
Is it? I mean, it doesn't really. I assume the PUBG people are still getting money for it. I guess.
Well, no. So the way it worked anyway in China is Tencent owned the game anyway. They licensed it from PUBG Corp.
Oh, so they can do whatever they want.
They can do whatever they want with it. They license it, so that's why they've been able to say, "Look, we'll reskin it and change it, and we'll change how you want it to be." Because it's basically Chinese propaganda now. So that is essentially what's happened. So yeah, it's not going to affect anybody else. It's just a China thing.
Yeah,
it's what China does.
China number one.
And so what you're telling me is that
the PC version is still available.
Just
so you're telling me that Tencent is doing what the Chinese government wanted to do.
Well, they have to, because
that's kind of how governments work.
That's kind of how dictatorships work.
No, that's how governments work in general.
How it works here.
You don't think if a government turned around to a company was like, "Hey, we don't allow that in this country," that the company's gonna go, "Nah, fuck you."
Yeah, no, it has to be a judge here that says it. The government can do shit all.
Yeah, but
the government can say whatever they want unless a judge rules and say the company has to do this.
So
they don't have to do anything.
We have the rules of appeal, and then they have to follow a certain law. Well, in China, the government says, "No, you're not selling this. This is not correct Marxism. We're not promoting violence."
Yeah.
So this is how we're going to do it. It goes to the Chinese propaganda arm, and they'll reskin it, and they'll say this is what's going to look like, and that's what it's going to be when you put it on sale. End of. And you get no choice in the matter. That's how it works. Don't ever forget, China is a communist nation.
Yeah, they do.
It's the same. Like the police can't just enter my home.
No, they have to have a warrant.
Well, yeah, they could have a reason.
Yeah, and you get the
I doubt the Chinese government need you got social apps to fucking mark you down anyway, but I'm pretty sure the Chinese police can just walk into your house and go, well, you're subverting Marxism there. See you
I
later.
don't know how it is over there, but I know here every part of Denmark is military property, so they can walk into my apartment and say, "We're gonna set up a HQ right here."
No, it's Queensland. Everything's owned by the Queen.
Yeah.
So that's how it works here.
Yeah, here it's owned by the military, so they can. And because I know them, they will probably do that in my apartment, just because it's me.
But she doesn't own geese though.
No, she's doing geese. We get geese.
She's got swans and something else and stuff, but no geese though.
Yeah, no geese for that woman.
Fucking the geese are ours. Haha.
Boy,
Send her back to Hanover.
So moving on from PUBG, but in the same bracket of gaming news, Apex Legends are creating a mobile application version of the game.
Yay!
This isn't really exciting news for a couple of reasons. First, it's not a new idea, especially with PUBG being, let's be honest, as far as I know, going quite well on mobile, especially compared to the PC app.
It's fucking huge.
Yeah. On the back of that, Apex is kind of dead because Origin just kind of was like, yeah, sure, we don't care about your servers.
No, well, they ruined it with the bad battle pass. And
I don't think that's what ruined it. I don't think that's what ruined it. I think it's the 3 months of them having bad servers and not fixing it.
Yeah, that killed it for me.
That's what started it for me.
Yeah,
well, that's what we said. That's what we said originally. So, look, it's free. We'll give them all the due time in the world. And then as soon as the battle pass came out, and it was terrible anyway, that was another nail in the coffin. We all said, well, that's it. You want more money off me, and your service still shit. So we're going. And
that's not how that works. Yeah. I don't know why they've bothered to put money into the mobile app. I don't think if they want to revitalize that game, I don't think that's how you do it.
I don't know how you do it now. I'm paying Ninja to play it for a weekend.
Are people more overbearing with like bugs in mobile games than on computer and console?
They're more casual, so I don't think it really matters that much.
So I mean, like,
if it's just a 5-minute throwaway game, do you really care?
Does everybody just have bad server issues on mobile because
I don't play games on my phone. I don't know if I don't play.
I don't either. I'm just like, if it's bad all the time for everybody,
we should try PUBG.
It's not that bad to have bad servers on mobile.
I think it depends on what the issue is. If it's a server issue, I think that would frustrate mobile players just as much as it does PC players. But if it's an in-game bug or issue, I think that's more a PC that we would get bothered.
I think it's more of an app issue.
Yeah.
Or application issues, or I'm not that into networks. I don't know, but that would be my educated guess to the issues I saw.
But yeah, that's just pure respect. I play very, very little amount of games on mobile, and they really don't stick to my. The only game that's ever stuck to my mobile is Star Realms.
Yeah, Tetris and Star Realms for me.
Yeah, I used to have Tetris as well, but it's not the same on a touchscreen phone.
Never gonna be.
So Apex, quick vote then, boys. We'll do X Factor Britain's Got Talent style. Simon. Donkey. So do you feel like this is enough to bring you back to the world of Apex Legends?
No.
Okay, that's a brief no. Billy, what about you?
Bigger X from me.
Yeah, it's a big no for me as well. Sorry, it's 3 no's. Better luck next time, Apex. I don't think that's bringing me in.
No.
Okay, so good news then. Something that is great for esports. Face it have added Rocket League to their ranks for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4, which to me is awesome because Face It is a great application. They have their own cheat system, which just works. They have a pickup group system, which again works. Well, what?
Works better, or I don't know if it works better than that. Is Baby Shark yours? What?
Let's not. Let's not have a word with Billy about that on the podcast. But I will be definitely addressing that issue later on today. We'll definitely be talking about that later. So yeah, it's great because I mean Rocket League esports does need a bit of a push. Face It is definitely a good way to do it.
Yes.
It's good that they've got recognition from Face It.
And Face It's been around for like
A
All
while.
the time I remember.
Yeah.
I remember it back from like CSS and stuff.
I remember game battles. That was me. Game battles was me. I don't know if you remember game battles, Billy.
No.
No.
What?
Wow.
Game battles were actually great.
I used game battles for COD 4, man.
Yeah, exactly. God, what's the thing?
I was MLG.
Uh,
Ugh.
Did you have X?
No, that was MLG for Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter.
Were you XXMLG Face Predator XX on Xbox?
I wasn't faced then. No, I wasn't. I
Um,
wasn't faced then.
so that's really good
Face
news.
_000
Oh,
XX.
00X.
So that's great news. I'm really happy for that. I think Rocket League could definitely push into being top 5 esports, but it's not going to happen overnight. And face it, is definitely the right way for them to go.
But this and the money from Epic is amazing for the esports scenes of Rocket League.
Yeah,
It's nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I'm really happy about this change. So, quickly moving on, but staying into the last part of our gaming news, I believe.
Yep.
Don't fail me now. Hey, CSGO fans and critics are fuming over Blast Bro. Billy and I have discussed this briefly. I don't know how much about this you know, Donkey.
Watched Thorin's video.
Oh, have you watched Thorin's video? I haven't. I haven't watched. To be honest, I'd like a lot of what Thorin does. My main issue is that he just seems to take on the view of the minority just for content.
Yeah, he tends to do that.
Which is fine. Playing devil's advocate is. I don't have an issue with that, and he does it well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like his content.
I get what you mean. Well, I am not a diehard. I just follow him because he gives a lot of information.
Yeah, but I don't always want the negative side of this and that. Anyway, so to just cover Blast Pro really quickly, I'll put the link in the description so you don't have to worry about that now. But the main issue is that Blast Pro have tied teams into them. So I think there's eight events this year or something like that, or seven events this year, and anyone that wants to be in those 7 has to play in at least 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the issue this is causing is that top teams like Astralis and FaZe Clan and NIP, and they aren't turning up to big events like IAM Sydney, which is just last week, because they have to play in Blast Pro. And it's too much traveling and all of this stuff, which makes sense to me because...
Yeah, because they already... I know Astralis has... I think it's 200 days away from Denmark.
That is a lot. Denmark. That's a lot of traveling.
That's a lot of traveling. That's a lot of like family birthdays, weddings.
Even that aside, traveling itself sucks.
It sucks, and I know they don't like fly Ryanair.
Yeah,
but still.
But even still, and
I don't care. Fuck those guys.
And the next point is that they are allegedly looking at doing 9 to 12 events next year, which again is going to be a similar thing, and it's going to shut down a lot of the other big events like IM Katowice, Cologne is like these big events are just not going to. ESL 1 Cologne's not going to be a thing. Team Liquid apparently aren't going there, which is abysmal. It is abysmal because I'm not a football fan, but Donkey, you probably know yourself. If you go to watch your football team, granted yours is never exactly a big one, but you turn up and they play half of the reserves team.
Yeah.
You're probably not happy that you paid for a full price ticket but only seen half the team, right?
Nope. Whenever they do that, I'm angry.
We've discussed going to Germany again next year if the trip this year works well as a Discord, because ESL 1 Cologne will be there, and I've never been to an esports event. It could be fun. Germany sent for everybody, blah blah blah. I won't go into all that stuff. My point is, if we go through that effort of arranging something around something like ESL 1 Cologne, and Astralis aren't there, and Team Liquid aren't there, and fucking Cloud9 aren't there, if they're even a big team by that point again, what's the point?
We can watch Virtus Pro play.
Yeah, and what's even better, worse rather, the Blast Pro series were always fun because it was always just best of ones. That's all Blast Pro is. Yeah, so it'll be fun to see Astralis lose a game because it's one map and somebody outdone them once and got lucky. But I don't want to see nothing but best of ones for 12 events a year.
No.
Because then during your majors, when it's best of 5s and best of 3s, you're just going to see teams that aren't going to turn up and just be overhyped and they're not going to be worth anything.
Well, this is the thing. If they're going to take over the scene, then they'll have to change the best of ones to best of threes. They'll have to.
But I don't think they want to take over the scene. They just want to do their thing.
Well,
No.
Unfortunately, they are going to be the only show in town.
They're trying to push out ESL.
Yeah,
And
so they're going to have to, if Valve are saying, well, you have to have X amount of majors every year and they're going to be best of 5, then they're going to have to change the way they operate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Valve steps in and say, this is how you're going to do it.
Yeah, but it's going to take Valve stepping in for anything to change, and they need to start treating CSGO as a better property.
Yeah.
You know, then they can't carry on going this way, having one game like Dota 2 ruling the roost.
Because short term, this looks great. This looks great for
It's great. There's competition
for the players. No, this looks great for the players because like, oh look, the prize pool's this high. Every tournament's got this much prize pool, but they're not competitive tournaments, and it'll kill the sport.
It will do. I've got no problem with competition. I've got no problem with someone else having a go. Fantastic, but
I actually have a big problem.
There needs to be
12 events a year. That's absurd.
Yeah, it should be 3 or 4.
As I've said before, I think esports and especially CS:GO needs is like we need a new structure of how like more similar to like the way football does it.
No, it needs to be similar to League of Legends and Dota. You've got your summer in League. You have your spring split, and you have your summer split, and then you have your big tournament at the end of the year.
Yeah,
there you go. One big invitation.
And Worlds is phenomenal.
This weird tennis boxing mix of everything, which is just because who's the best? Oh, they won a major. Yeah, but these people won 5 other different tournaments where all these people showed up.
Yeah. Now it's fine if Thorin touched on this in one of his videos, which I really liked. He mentioned the idea of maybe having a belt within CS:GO, and if you won the last event, then you get so many points to be number 1 contender to challenge for that belt. That to me, I like that idea of. That's good. Yeah. Implement that. Implement something big because League has Worlds, Dota has the International, even Hearthstone's got its yearly Worlds as well. And they are big. I watched the Hearthstone World event. Like they're all these big events. NFL. Most people do not watch the NFL, but it's like the Super Bowl is like the biggest watch sport event in the world.
Yeah, it's insane. Anyone can win it. That's why.
Anyone can win it.
Anyone can win
it's
it.
A show.
It's the Patriots, but and it's a show.
It's a show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. They need to have an invitational type event.
Yeah, three majors or 2, whatever they're doing next year.
So do your big event, your 2 smaller, call them majors, call them
call them whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
They still call them majors.
And then split it down. And then split it down. Then do 3 IEMs and then do whatever else. But you have to do Blast Pro can fit in the other else category. Let them have their 12. And then let other people compete for that. But you have, if you want to play in the next step, would be the major, you have to play in the IEMs.
Why not set up your...
And the best way to qualify is do your best 4 teams at your IEMs to go through to the majors. Do 2 teams, then do your top team as a big, massive final match to win it all.
Or if Blast Pro are going to really push and take over, you can leave Blast Pro in. Instead of having IEM and ESO ones and all this, have an EU league and an NA league. Have them play throughout the year with your Blast Pros in between. Then the top 4 teams of each are going to the majors.
That's it.
You've got an 8-team bracket. You've got your best teams in the world from your 2 regions, your 2 big regions. Wild cards, like League of Legends has wild cards from the smaller regions like Turkey and stuff and Vietnam. They can do the same in CS:GO. Chinese team can have a wild card event and have a playing round and stuff. And that, to me, would be the way for them to do it. But that's never going to happen because it's Valve and they don't care. And it's so sad.
They don't care.
It's so sad. Right, so I think we've talked the fucking death out of that, but we could sit here for an hour and talk about that.
Because we all agree that like this is broken, they need to fix it, but they're not going to do that.
And there's a couple of options for them to fix it in a couple of different ways.
Yeah, and we just agree that the system that is now is broken.
Yeah. So this is the part where I've done all the talking and now go quiet. Hardware news. So, Donkey, do you want to talk about?
Yes.
New AMD CPUs.
Yes, AMD is now going to release their soon TM to be releasing their Ryzen 3000 series, which would be the Zen 2 architecture, which means they're gonna have better clock speeds, be more power efficient, and can hopefully be even better than the last ones, and then beat Intel some more, which would mean that Intel has to step up their game. So don't buy a CPU right now, because there's probably going to be a better deal soon. And with soon, I mean within the next month or two.
But what about the new Intel CPUs?
Intel has now finally fixed their 10 nanometer process, which means they can process.
Oh,
Because they will now be able to make 10 nanometer processors.
I'm already lost.
Okay.
Are we talking about food?
No. A nanometer is a very small indication of a meter.
Okay.
Which is how big the transistors are inside the CPU. That's a manufacturing process, which is right now 14 nanometer for Intel. And they have now figured out how to do their 10 nanometer, which should have been done in 2017. But hasn't. So 2019 is the what they're confirming now. We will have 10 nanometer Intel CPUs. And if that's true, then I am glad I'm not AMD stockholder. Because if history repeats itself and everything goes as it usually goes, then AMD will release their stuff and it's going to be awesome and amazing, and then Intel's just going to stamp them into the ground. Because we can sit and say that AMD is the value option, the best option, all the options. The fact is, it's Intel that has the king of, it's the best of the best.
Yeah.
And all your Dells, your HPs, your Acer, your Asus and stuff, they use Intel CPUs. Because you just do. They're the de facto go-to. But they're also maybe going to be the de facto go-to for consumer GPUs in 2020. But more on that in very, very, very later.
Very, very, very late, he says. Okay, so
Very, very,
that's
very later.
that's your nerd talk. That was great fun.
Fuck you.
One day I will learn to be a nerd too. So that brings us on to esports, I believe. Let me check.
So now
Esports.
on to the boring stuff that uses all my hardware.
Okay, so as some people who follow the scene may know, Team Liquid recently won IAM Sydney, but we all think, or at least I think, it's a pretty hollow victory because the best teams in the world, placing first, third, fourth, and fifth in ranking, weren't there. So, as we touched on earlier with the Blast Pro issue, Astralis went there, NIP went there. I think FaZe turned up. Like it was pointless. Like it was Team Liquid versus Fnatic in the final, and Fnatic looked okay. I guess they played maybe a little bit better than they had done recently with Brawling coming in, but it doesn't really matter. Team Liquid made this historical groundbreaking event, but hey, guess what? The other teams weren't there, so you pretty much beat nobody. Well done, Team Liquid. And that's horrible because they're a good team. They are the second best ranked team in the world.
There was just no competition.
But because of Blast Pro, nobody was there. So, again, it's great. It's good to see Team Liquid finally winning stuff, but they're winning stuff against nobody. Blast Pro's a fucking joke. MSI for League of Legends is looking pretty hot, with Western teams like G2 and Team Liquid doing really well in the group stages, and Invictus Gaming beat SKT1 today to go 4-0 in the group stages. So, what the big news here is that last year at Worlds, Korea didn't make it to the finals and got absolutely slaughtered. Invictus Gaming are currently the world champions and are sticking to form. They played SKTT1 today, who are arguably the scariest, most well-known team in League of Legends history, and they are now 4 on the group stages. G2 have won every game, also against SKT, except one which they lost to IG, so they're doing pretty well. And Team Liquid, I don't know what their scoreline is, I think it's 3-1, but they're also doing really well. So the Western teams have actually caught up to the Eastern teams. It's not last year went just a fluke by the seams of MSI. So this is a good trend. not just for League, but I think for esports in general, that the West is finally catching up to the esports central that is Korea. Because it is. Korea is the esports central of the world. Right. And the Dota 2 international qualifying has just started as well. The prize pool is currently sitting at $9.5 million, which is just from Battle Pass income.
So it looks like they're on the record to like break their own record.
And then
Again.
some. 9.5 million. That's stupid money.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's Korea,
Yeah, I guess.
Asia in general. Like they buy this like we buy football tickets.
Yeah, no,
And
no, you're right. You're right.
It's
They
a
do.
cultural thing.
Yeah, which is great.
And like
And I'm jealous.
like I saw scarves with Jurgen Klopp on him when I went in Liverpool, and I was like,
Yeah, of course you did.
weird.
He's a pretty good guy. Why would there not be?
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy.
Okay, I think that ties us up for esports. I haven't really got much to say about Rocket League because I haven't watched any of it. Sorry, guys. PUBG esports, I haven't watched any of lately. Hearthstone's got nothing going on right now.
I actually have something cool about the esport.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. There was like a Fortnite tournament last week. It was live streamed on Danish cable TV.
That's not cool.
It's cool that esports is showing up more on TV. It's not cool that it's Fortnite and I watched it. It's boring to watch.
And it's only in Denmark. Of course, it's boring to watch. Have you watched PUBG?
I know. Battle Royale, it's boring to watch.
Alex, we have a dedicated esports channel on Sky TV.
We do as well. It's called.
I've never seen it, but we have it.
It's probably the same channel.
It probably is the same
yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
Probably is because it's not a Danish channel.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
Esports is a thing and will be a thing.
Yes.
So we're ruining it as usual. So.
When are we going to get an esports Olympics? I don't think it will go into the normal Olympics. That wouldn't make sense. But do you think that some big dick money guy will ever go, hey, listen, Olympics, 4 years, 8 games?
I'll tell you why no. Because Valve will never say yes to that because they won't give a shit because they won't be able to control it. And then you've got Epic, maybe, if they go, if we can control it. EA will go, if we can control it. And Activision will go, if we can control it. So that will never happen.
Yeah, I suppose
too many publishers involved.
I suppose not even. I suppose even if everybody was just like, just for the sake of seeing what it will look like, yeah. The issue is 4 years' time later, even if those games do exist, they don't look the same.
Maybe we've got not an Olympics, like an exposition where like
you bring
everyone together, one-off big exposition of esports once a year. Like all your majors, but it'll be all your Valve majors.
I promise. I make a solemn swear right now. I will make you a solitary swear right now. If BBU becomes what we want it to be, and then some, and we have some financial stability, I will make that happen.
So you need to go in right now and buy some BBU merchandise so esports Olympics can be a thing.
I will make that happen. I will become a big event organizer, and I'll say, hey, listen, we're gonna have the 5 best Hearthstone players. We're gonna have the 5 best CS:GO teams, and I will bring them all together. And I personally will run it and make it happen. I promise you. But we need millions and millions of pounds for that. So
you need to buy all the hoodies.
Mm-hmm.
I think if a guy that's not Alex were to step in and do this, I think it would be Putin.
Yeah, just because he could.
He wants esports to be in the normal Olympics.
What's that crazy flamethrower guy done lately? Elon Musk. You know what I mean? Give him a shout.
Oh, he's probably too busy posting memes on Twitter. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, right.
He posted something that was funny about either Denmark or gaming, and I can't remember what.
Probably both.
He was like,
I think he's more concerned with getting to Mars than anything else.
Yeah.
That's real. And trying to save the planet with electric cars.
No, I remember what he was tweeting.
Was it anime?
No.
Probably anime.
No. Tweeted what song he wanted to play when he landed on Mars.
I think we're alone now.
No, it was a Rammstein song, so it has nothing to do with either gaming or Denmark. I just like Rammstein.
We know.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What gave it away? That's
The
a two. The
Ramstein,
That's
the
a two. The
Ramstein
close of the
liquor, the
dildos.
flag. Down. Oh, can you say that? The flag, the liquor, everything in your apartment that says Ramstein on it. The towels.
So,
Every one of his t-shirts.
so
Yeah.
I mean everything, even my jacket.
I'm surprised you haven't
dildos.
voted on your girlfriend at this point. Right, so esports is well and truly in the past by this thought of this conversation trail. Moving on is what we've been playing. Billadius.
Face.
Okay, I've got so just Rocket League, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and Divinity Original Sin with my best friend Donkey.
So you've just been nerding out as per.
What is
How-
summoning?
Counter-Strike? Tell us about what Counter-Strike is. What does Counter-Strike
We
do?
spoke
to
about
you
it more than
guys?
anything on this Discord, on this podcast.
Counter-Strike is the second most trivial game I've ever played in my life.
How-
The first most trivial game I've played in my life is called Rocket League.
How far are you doing in? How far are you guys getting on in Divinity? You doing okay?
So we think we're a quarter of the way through the second act.
Yeah, we're dying less now.
We're picking better fights.
That's good. That's good. That's learning.
Yeah, like,
Maybe
and
one day you'll learn how to play an RTS game. Hey.
no,
Oh, sorry, I don't know how to play AoE 2 very well because I haven't played it since I was 10.
I've played like 8 RTS games with you, Billy, and you're not good at any of them.
Um,
You're old, your
I'm
brain
good when
doesn't
it's
work
like
anymore.
10.
you,
I'm not very good at multiplayer RTS games.
No,
Billy
that,
is 50
too
and
slow.
does not work at the internet anymore because he got fired because he's old.
yeah, that's how that works.
Slander.
Yeah, that is slander. Because we don't fire people because they're old. He got fired because he was too pretty.
There you go.
So Dinkus, what have you been
Oh.
playing?
I've been playing Batman: The Telltale, which I don't know if I assume people don't know. Telltale series is kind of the choose your own adventure.
It's more like a graphic. It's more like an
It's
animated
a
novel,
graphic novel. Yeah, it's a
but
graphic
with
novel.
some interactions.
Yeah,
Got Batman in it.
Yeah, and they put Batman in, and like the events take place before the Arkham series at all.
Okay.
It's
I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this. I don't know, but what is your obsession with Batman when, to be honest, he's pretty shit?
because he is the closest popular superhero to my favorite superhero,
Which is,
the Phantom.
as in Menace?
No,
That's
the
the Star
man,
Wars.
the man who can never die, the man who can never die. Because
Because he's already dead.
big spoiler. Every time he dies, his son will just take on the suit, carry on the legend. So they just need to make sure that like there's a time period between him dying.
And a son.
Yeah.
That sounds horrendous. That sounds Danish.
It's not Danish, but it's just no.
It sounds
it's
like
just,
DC.
No, it's an independent something. It's very old.
Oh.
It's only because my dad collects comics that I know what it is, and I thought it was the coolest thing when I was
That's
a kid.
weird. Because your dad collects both comics and alcohol, but I didn't see any comics lying around. But
Didn't
there
he
was
show all his
lots.
comics?
There was
he didn't.
lots of whiskey though.
Okay,
Yeah.
the comics are
Ooh.
usually what he shows off the most because like that's the stuff that's the only stuff he owns that has any value at all. Like he owns comics for if it's insured for around £20,000.
He gave me a shot of whiskey that was worth about fucking 90 quid. What do you mean?
Yeah, but his comics are worth like 20,000 quid.
I need to see that guy again. What a legend.
Need to come to Denmark.
So I'll see you at some point, but right. I have been playing Age of Empires 2, funnily enough, plugged by Billy, and Rocket League lately. I've also played a little bit of League of Legends, played some solo queue. Still on the grind to plat Kappa. Less important. Rocket League I've been playing and having fun with, but AoE 2 I've been getting back into lately. Really good old RTS game. It's really fun, intense. It's 10 years old and still getting support because it's that perfect of a game. So
But you're playing the HD edition, right?
yeah, I'm not playing the edition of Voobly, but the Voobly edition of the original game has a HD add-on for it now anyway, so it wouldn't really
it
make
does?
much. Yeah, it has done for quite a while. So
I'm not that in.
well,
I like AoE, but I'm not that
like
into.
there's three categories of Age of Empires players. You have the people who play it on Steam, the HD edition, me. You have the people who play it on Voobly, which is a server running software site that you use to play games with other people on the internet. Um, Similar to Game Ranger and stuff like that. Have you guys ever heard of those? And
Game Spy.
yeah, and Age of Empires is modified to be played on Voobly and gets fan-based upgrades, normally based on the Steam mods, but only better. So the people who play on Voobly are like, well, the pattern's better on this, and they're the elitist pro players that play on Voobly. And then you get your people who probably don't even play online anymore, like my dad, who like, I just play this game at the core level in the shitty quality because it's still good. So it is still a great game. I'm yet to find an RTS that is as clean as that is.
It's also been perfected over this many years.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But there's so
Like-
many there's so many mechanics in the game that you just don't know exist.
Yeah, I agree. It's
Um,
like it was made by Microsoft Studios, right?
yeah, it was, yeah.
And then after that, is it Valve that owns the IP, or do they just publish it?
I guess Valve, because the new DLCs that came out were in the last couple of years, and that would be from Valve.
Okay, yeah, because like so it's like first it was made by one of the greatest companies ever in
Yeah.
software,
Yeah.
and then transformed into be supported by another very great company in software.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a pretty good mix to get a good game.
Yeah. So moving
Like-
on from games we've been playing to games that are coming out. We try not to talk too much about games that are coming out in months' time because we never know definitive things and things can change, blah, 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 blah. So we don't have too much info this week. Rage 2 is coming out on all platforms on the 14th of May.
Including Switch?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
And the same for Team Sonic Racing. All platforms are on the 21st of May. As you can see, I put a bracket here. Sonic in a car seems anti-beneficial to me. Because isn't Sonic supposed to be quicker than cars?
Yeah, I remember an episode from like the old 2000 series where he
On
actually had
Jetix.
to race a race car.
Yeah, like so.
Yeah, on Jetix, exactly. And like he beat the car. This
Ye-
super high-end car that was basically a rocket on wheels.
You'll find out for definite in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Shut up! Fuck
That's
that!
canon now, so stop it. That's like, when he gets
How
beat
is-
by the car, then it makes sense to Sonic Team Racing or whatever it's called.
That's true. Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah,
So-
canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog story canon, which is.
What
thing,
about his
apparently.
mouth?
I don't. Whatever his mouth looks like in the movie, that is canon. All Sonic the Hedgehog's gonna look like the Sonic the Hedgehog from the movie.
What about the fact that he looks like a weird kid? The Sonic the Hedgehog costume on.
Well, personally, I don't think that is the real Sonic the Hedgehog. I think that it's a ruse. The real Sonic the Hedgehog will come in later in the movie and like fight each other for dominance.
Knuckles will
So the
turn up.
movie-
And he'll turn up
movie
and
will
go, I'm the
be-
real Sonic. And then we'll go, yeah, you're the one from the Mega Drive / Genesis. And go, yeah. And he'll be go, I've got any chili dogs. And he'll go, yeah, I want some chili dogs. And then I'll be about it.
I imagine it's gonna be like that. Oh, what's it called? The movie.
It's going to jump on Jim Carrey 4 times.
What's,
and then-
what's the movie where they get
Yeah.
Jumanji? I feel like that. They just gotta find this Sega Genesis, gonna
Sorry.
touch it, and then just gotta warp into it, and then the old Sonic.
Yeah.
stuff. I want that. Make that movie. When BBU becomes as big,
Oh no.
so we can make the Olympics, we also gotta make Sonic the real movie picture.
No, we won't.
No,
Yeah, we will.
no, we won't.
I'll do that. I'll
No,
direct.
you won't.
We'll make
I
League
have
of Legends the movie.
I have experience in directing movies.
I don't care. You've been outvoted.
It's
Welcome,
not important.
welcome to BBU. In fact, currently you're not an admin, and I might not let you back in.
I'd like to inform you that formally I'm set as CEO.
It
That
is
can
true.
that can be changed.
Legally, I feel like it's not our emails. Fuck.
But yeah, and I feel like we've got the copyright, so
I feel like you're annoying them.
that's not uncommon for you to say. Okay, let's move on to the things that everybody in every part of the world wants. Sales.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say.
Boobs.
Can't say on man.
Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Everybody
That's not
likes
one food.
everybody
No,
likes offers. Everybody likes offers. So, Steam, the place where we always start. A lot of stuff on Steam at the moment. Stellaris is 75% off, but we recommend the starter pack, which is £21.58 in real money, probably about €25, which
And
is 67% off.
it's free right now, right?
It's
Try
free to
out
play
for
for
the
this
weekend.
weekend, but by the time you
Yeah.
download it, you're probably not getting a game in unless you don't sleep. It's a
Yeah.
really long
Yeah.
game. It's a really good game. I prefer the older versions, but you can backdate to those, or you can stick with the newer version, which Billy has been getting to lately, or at least
That's
last
not
week.
Fixed it a bit.
Yeah. The reason we recommend the starter pack is because you get things like Utopia expansion and the Apocalypse expansion. And Utopia changes the game massively, so that is one that you will need anyway. So there's no
Yeah.
point in just getting the standard edition. And the other one that they're advertising, like the Galaxy edition or something, is pretty much just a collector's edition. Like it's shite.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
it's a
don't
digital
want that.
collector's edition, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much nonsense.
Yeah.
Um,
You
ti-
get an extra species portrait and some shit. So
Yeah, and it's a notebook or something dumb, right?
it's an ebook.
it's an ebook, yeah.
Ebook, sorry.
Titan Quest is 80% off, bringing it down to £3.59.
It's
Binder
a
of
bit like
Isaac,
Diablo.
yeah. Binder of Isaac is £14.96, bringing it down by 42%. And the gold edition of Civilization 6 is £28.61, which is 74% off. I have played a fair bit of Civ. I personally just can't get into that gaming franchise. I've tried my best. I must have put about 40, 50 hours into it. I can't. But
Me neither.
what I can say, as a massive RTS fan, as somebody who likes turn-based games as well, this is a nice in-between for both of those things. It is a very clean and well-made game. I can see why it is enjoyable. And for £28.70, if you like RTS games or like Civ, it's definitely a steal.
Yeah.
I can say that without being biased. I do not like the game, but it is definitely a good game.
Yeah.
Like it just is. It's well made, and for that price, it's hard for anyone to say no, honestly. So sales this week from Steam, I would definitely recommend Stellaris. But personally, for me, you date back to the Niven expansion, which was a while ago.
1.9, 1.8, something like that.
I think it's
Yeah.
2.1 actually. I'm
it
not sure.
2.1?
Yeah, I think it's that late. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Fuck.
But it's the
I
Niven.
think Alex will put that in the description.
Maybe I probably won't actually.
Yeah.
I probably won't.
No,
Bi-
because it's all personal preference.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
yeah,
it.
exactly. Binder of Isaac,
No.
I've heard is pretty good, but I would definitely recommend Civ 6 and the Stellaris starter pack. I think collectively that they're definitely good games that
Yeah.
we've agreed on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to Uplay. All Assassin's Creed bundles are 10% off. The reason we haven't listed them is because they have different games in each bundle, and we'd be here for about 19 years. Billy will recommend any Assassin's Creed game, so bundles are good, right?
Yeah. If you want to get into the series, probably a really good time. But hey, it's actually a really good time to get into the series because there's a break this year. Next year, yeah.
Oh, is there?
Officially there's no Assassin's Creed game this year. They're having a year break to finish the Viking one.
That
Next
gives me
one's the
time to
Viking
catch
one.
up.
Exactly, so it's the perfect time to start. I did every single Assassin's Creed game last year
Yeah, you
from
did.
Christmas. It took me till fucking summer, but I did it.
Yeah.
And it's a great franchise.
Yeah, they are. They're very well made games as well. They are.
Yeah.
And you can see the
Just
improvements
play-
throughout each, but yeah.
Just play Black Flag.
Yeah,
No.
but playing
It's
the ones
aged now.
playing the ones before will help you realize how good Black Flag is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And-
played up until Black Flag.
Also on Uplay at the moment is Ghost Recon Wildlands for £12.60 at 70% off. That is definitely a game worth £12. You will
Yep.
get a very, very, very large amount of hours out of that game.
I need to start that again if I'm going to play it.
I used to
That's
run
the
that on a 750 Ti. and it was still beautiful. It's a very well made and very well optimized game. The combat is good. You can be stealthy, you can be smart, you can be loud, you can play with friends up to 4-player. The way it syncs your save with friend saves is mind blowing to me.
That system amazes me
It
every
is-
time we play the game. That's just
Yeah.
like, how is this so good compared to other games?
But yeah, how do you fuck the driving up so bad?
You know what? The driving's not that bad, Billy.
Oh, it's
It's not
terrible.
not. The
Considering
flying's great.
consider
Yeah, helicopters are awesome. The fucking driving
Con-
is awful.
consider the terrain and the vehicles. It's
Yeah.
pretty
It's
realistic.
when you're on a road.
You're not really on a road though. Think about
Yeah,
where
you're
it's
on, like,
set.
Sometimes.
You know
You're
what I
like
mean?
a field going downhill with like giant rocks and you're
Yeah.
this shitty old Mexican car.
The driving in that game is honestly okay. It's not
Yeah.
great, but it does its job.
It's better than PUBG's driving.
Yeah,
Oh god, yeah, that's awful.
Like that was bad.
Wildlands is definitely. If out of everything we've mentioned so far, if you can only pick one of these up, for me it's Wildlands, and I haven't beat
Yeah.
it, but it's really good fun.
I need to
Just-
play that again.
I haven't finished it. I may at some point. You know what? I might do a playthrough of it. I might do a recorded playthrough of it at some point. For that's not a promise. Something I would consider. I will find somebody who's dedicated to doing it with me, because I'm not using the AI. Because like with every game with AI in, the pre-made squads are not great.
Mike, he wants to play with you.
Yeah, but
Go to that.
yeah. So I might even do it with Billy if he gets some free time depending on hours work. We'll see.
Yeah, let me settle down. Let me get
Yeah.
into my new job and,
Yeah.
and we'll do that.
But
Is it 2, 3, 4 packs?
4
2?
up to 4.
It's up to
Is it
4.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
It's a Is it minimum 2 or minimum 3?
Minimum 1.
Yeah.
But I like don't get.
Co-op 2.
It's literally 1 to
Minimum
4.
2.
No,
Yeah, but like
it doesn't matter if you
without
play with
getting
1,
AI.
2, 3, or 4. You have the same storyline. You only have AI if you're by yourself.
Okay, that was what I asked. Like,
Yeah.
do you still get an AI if you're on the channel?
No, it's only if you're by yourself. But what I do if I'm playing single player, and again, you don't have to do this if you pick the game up. There is a command to tell the AI to stand still. I normally just do that and just go do it solo anyway,
That says everything.
because they just get in the way.
Yeah. Then they
Amazing.
get like, they will shoot a guard so that they know
Yeah.
where you are. And that
But honestly, you can play that game by yourself. It is still tremendously good fun.
and just looks pretty.
Yeah, it does. Moving on, we have got Origin. Excuse me. Watch Dogs, 75% off, which is $3.99, and Watch Dogs 2, 85% off, which is $5.99. I haven't played either of the games. I've heard they're really good. I've
Watch
heard-
Dogs 1 pass.
Is it
Second's
bad?
boring.
Is it
It's-
bad, or do people just expect too much of
No,
it?
I played it like a month ago.
Oh,
it's-
okay.
Bad. I was like,
It is bad.
what? I was like, they probably fixed it now. It can't be that bad.
You played it a month ago. They're probably not fixing it.
No, and
true.
like it's old game, and like I didn't buy it when it came out.
I did.
I were gonna buy it just for benchmarking purposes, but then like it was shat on. I was like, okay, nobody would care then, so fuck that. But then it was like on a sale like this, and like it's not great. I don't like it, but Adam think the second one.
It's better.
He said it was good.
It's boring. The second one, I find the second one. I played the second one. It's boring.
Okay.
But
yeah.
it is literally press X to hack again.
That
Not bad.
sounds okay. That might not sound amazing, but how many hours did you say get out of that game? If
I
you
played
do
about
enjoy it,
6 and got bored.
if
No,
you enjoy it,
oh, it's a 40-hour Ubisoft.
40-hour game
Yeah.
for £6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
been awesome.
Even-
Oh, it's
Like,
even
I
if you
think
do-
it's-
Even if you do get bored, I've been my latest theory of value for money in games has been £1 an hour. You got 6 hours, £6. Still valuable.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
exactly. So
Rayman
is
Origins
like-
and Legends are also both on sale. Origins is going for £6.33. Legends is £1 more. I played.
if you play Legends, you get all the levels from Origins are in Legends.
Oh well, you just get Legends. And
Yeah.
that's it.
But
Left 4 Dead
but
2
you have
basically.
but you have to unlock them by being good at that game.
Yeah, but I remember
So-
playing Origins when it first came out, and I hadn't played a Rayman game since the first one on the PlayStation 1. And Origins was like so fun.
It's that.
I don't
It's
remember
the same again.
like, outside of
Amazing.
Worms. I don't know last time I had that much just childish, pure fun playing a game. If that makes sense.
Rayman run is the only game on mobile I've ever paid for.
Like,
I paid £2, and it's the best £2 I've ever spent on anything.
it's just fun, and again, you can play with up to 4 friends, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually fun. It does have a bit of replay value because you get the time challenges and the do this challenges and
Get
good
all
game.
the coins, get all the points, perfect game.
For £6, £7, I would
good.
recommend it.
Yeah.
I would be tempted to pick that up again just so that I've got it on PC, but it's on Origin, and it's not Steam.
It's so weird to me that all these Ubisoft games are on sale on Origin,
but not on Uplay.
Yeah,
and Far Cry
but-
5 is also 1666, which is 67% off. Far Cry 5 seems to be on sale on a different platform every week. But I have heard nothing but good things about it, so
Yeah, it's a good game.
same.
there is going to be.
really good.
It's not TFS. There is going to be a point where there isn't a sale on. If you're still umming and ahhing about this game, 16 quid's about as cheap as you're going to get, I would say, from this point on. Pick it up.
I don't know if this is just me, but were Ubisoft games available on Origin all the time, or is this a new thing and that's why
No,
the sale
they've
is
always
there?
been there.
Yeah.
They've always
They've
been there.
always been okay. I don't know.
Yeah, they've
I
always
don't
been
use.
there.
I avoid to use Origin if I can.
Most people do.
I use it for Battlefield, and that's
It
it.
still
because
links.
I need-
It still links you Uplay though. So-
yeah, obviously.
Well, yeah, same
It's-
as Steam. Steam links on
Same as
Uplay.
Steam,
Right.
So if you buy it from there, it'll still just appear on your Uplay.
So that means I can buy it on Origin. I don't have to use. I can just use Uplay, right?
yeah, you just
Yeah.
giving EA some money. That's all.
Yeah.
So you can do that if you don't want to bother with the Origin. Want to play Rayman Legends, so you get it on Uplay,
Yep.
which IMO is better than Origin.
Cool. Well, that's all for this week. I will throw a clip of the weekend after we say our goodbyes, as we normally do. Again, if you have a clip of the week to send in, please message myself, Billy, or Donkey. He may not be an admin, but he still does have a big hand in the podcast and how we do things. If you have any thoughts on how we've ran it this week, did you like it? Did you not like it? What would you like to see going forward? Suggestions or ideas? Questions about anything on the Discord or things you would like us to discuss? Please leave a comment on the video or message one of us on the Discord. Anything we would like to add at the end, boys?
Stay safe.
Buy BBU merchandise so that we can do the esports Olympics.
Oh god.
What is it? Be good. If you can't be good, be safe. If you can't be safe, buy a pram. If you can't afford a pram, I don't want to know.
Oh, let me show. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, and sign up for email.
Yeah, BBU email newsletter.
No, Billy, you don't know how to do this.
I don't have a clue. I don't have to shill.
Like the video, comment with your thoughts on our amazing topics. Be sure to subscribe and click that bell icon so you'll be the first to know whenever we upload new exciting videos.
Don't forget about the e-newsletter.
Would you please let me in? Have you heard of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?